This is a special presentation from UFC Fight Pass. Step into our world at ufcfightpass.com.
Oh, it's that time again. Getting ready for UFC 322 going down tomorrow night at the Mecca, the greatest arena of them all, Madison Square Garden. Got 2 title fights going down. And let's take a look at this card, courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Get a look at the odds. The reigning defending welterweight king, Jack Della Maddalena, he is the underdog on Saturday night, plus 230 on the champ. The former lightweight king, Islam Makhachev, the comeback on him as the favorite is minus 285. Valentina Shevchenko welcomes Zhang Weili to the division. Valentina, the Bullet, the favorite, minus 135. Zhang at plus 114. And no, I did not make a mistake. The next fight on the main card is also the same odds. You got Sean Brady at minus 135. The comeback on Michael Morales at plus 114. Leon Rocky Edwards, he's at plus 140. He is the dog to Carlo Pratis, minus 166 on the Brazilian. And kicking off the main card is Beneil Dariush and Benoit Saint Denis. BSD is the favorite at minus 185. Benny getting the comeback at plus 154. Now we're going to settle a score between Aaron Blanchfield and Tracy Cortez. Their first meeting was mildly contentious. I called it. I thought Blanchfield won. That's just me. Tell me what you think. Let's run it back. Blanchfield, Cortez. It's a marathon for UFC 322.
Ladies and gentlemen, sticking in the flyweight division. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in officially 125 and 1/2 pounds. In 3 professional bouts, she is perfect with 3 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Elmwood Park, New Jersey, here is the undefeated Aaron Cold-Blooded Blanchfield. And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in at the flyweight limit, 126 pounds even, and in 5 professional fights, has 4 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Scottsdale, Arizona, here is Tracy Cortez. And your referee of the action is Nick Behrens.
Nick Behrens getting this flyweight assignment. This the reserve bout for our 4-woman flyweight tournament. That is yet to really begin later tonight. Invicta FC 34. Don't forget the title fight in our main event, Vanessa Porto and Pearl Gonzalez. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie. Memorial Hall here in Kansas City. Aaron Blanchfield in the blue, Cortez in the all black. Nice left hand by Blanchfield. Cortez trying to fire off a combination in response.
Yeah, Blanchfield's her reach is probably going to work very well for her in these striking exchanges. Cortez has to get really hard to the inside like that, really launch forward to get inside.
Going back to the topic of fight IQ, Aaron Blanchfield said it'd be very important to frustrate Tracy Cortez, maybe bait her into a takedown off of instinct, and what better way to do that than punch her in the face? You can join us on Twitter at TJ DeSantis, at JulesK_fighter, at Invicta Fights. Use the hashtag InvictaFC34.
And I think that bait came into play there. You can see Cortez went for that takedown after the overhand, and now she has Blanchfield on her back. But this might be Blanchfield's element. You can see Cortez has her arm wrapped up a little bit there, and she's trying to move to side control. Blanchfield guards back up.
Open guard here now by Blanchfield into an arm bar. That right arm being attacked.
Oh my goodness.
Of Cortez. It is extended.
Yes.
See if she can make something happen and survive, but Aaron Blanchfield has control of that arm. Cortez hopping over to the side once again.
Oh, Cortez, very gritty right there.
That arm is extended. Cortez surviving. Blanchfield is still controlling it, but with the left arm only.
She's got the head hooked with her leg as well, TJ, so she's trying to pull that head down for pressure.
Blanchfield relentless with the attack here on the right arm of Tracy Cortez.
Cortez is staying very composed right there, despite being locked up. She really needs to get that elbow out, get that elbow free.
While it was a scramble, it looked at times that arm was completely extended. But Tracy Cortez able to grit it out.
Yeah, that was a really nice knee there to the inside. She's on the liver side, so if she can hit that knee right on the liver, she might cause Blanchfield to let go.
Blanchfield flowering in with that right arm, preventing Cortez from picking her up. That also leaves her exposed, but it's hard for Cortez to really strike when she only has her left hand to do so.
It is, and it's also a little bit harder for her to stack up because she needs to get her hands together. She needs more pressure so she can yank up with that arm. Cortez
respected the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game of Erin Blanchfield, but said, this is MMA. It's a little bit different with strikes, but being defensive thus far, but still, mixing up some knees in there. Now she puts the left knee on the face of Blanchfield. We'll see if that breaks the hold. We've seen that done in the past. Tanya Evinger employed that. And again, you can place the knee on the head of a downed opponent. You can't throw a knee strike, though. Yeah, that was actually ended up being an overturned decision, I guess. Yeah, it was an overturned decision. But what's interesting about putting the knee on the head is it gives you an opportunity for leverage, but she also has to be able to use her other leg to get up there for that leverage. And so the way she's trapping Blanchfield's arm is actually kind of also keeping her from getting up. I do love that knee pressure, though, right on the face. Cortez trying to get that arm free. She's had it controlled for a very long time. It was extended earlier in the fight. A lot of heart on display here by Tracy Cortez. And also, heart here by Erin Blanchfield, too. This is not a fun position to be in. No. Being stacked up there on your neck like that is unpleasant in its own right, but also having a knee pressing into your face, into your temple is not pleasant. Cortez seems very calm right there. She's wrapped up. She's fighting for little things. Knee on the neck would actually put a lot of pressure on that position. I don't know if that's legal. I think it is. Coming up on 30 seconds remaining in the round. Erin Blanchfield very much in sort of, it's a weird situation. She's the one that is controlling the arm. Now that arm is free. She's free. She's free there. Yeah, she did a really nice job of kind of bunching up the body to get it free. That was really smart and took a lot of tenacity. Cortez landed a nice punch, but now Blanchfield back to her feet, dying seconds of round number one. Erin Blanchfield, Tracy Cortez, 5 minutes down in the reserve bout of this flyweight tournament. Our semifinals headed your way tonight, of course, live on UFC Fight Pass and Invicta FC 34. Not only do we crown a champion in our main event, but we will take 2 steps forward in finding the next #1 contender. You never know what happens in tournaments. It could be one of these two ladies. That's what a reserve bout is for. There is the semifinals. Miranda Maverick takes on the UFC veteran Deanna Bennett. Mexico's Karina Rodriguez meets the Russian Milana Dudaeva. A very exciting night of fights live on Fight Pass here in the flyweight division. Invicta FC really setting the bar high for its 2019 campaign. Appreciate you joining us here tonight, live on Fight Pass. All right, round one in the books, headed to round number 2. Tracy Cortez. She's ready to go as she takes on Erin Blanchfield. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Memorial Hall. These ladies coming out aggressive early in round number 2. Oh my goodness, that was a hard shot, TJ. Erin Blanchfield surviving, showing off her chin, now working a single leg takedown on the wrestler Tracy Cortez. Cortez's balance is very good right there. Cortez trying to get a dominant position here. You can see Erin's fishing for that ankle, trying to pull her off of the cage from there. Really married to that takedown here is Blanchfield. Cortez now Throwing some right hands. Nice elbow there.
That was nice. Now look at the way she actually got to a great position to get a double leg from there. She has to get her off of the cage, though.
Now Blanchfield on the back here of Cortez. We'll see if she tries to get her hooks in. Cortez circling back into her.
And so that's kind of what you need to do in a rhythm there, TJ, with going back and forth, up and down. Nice. Cortez did that right hand and goes diving right in for her own takedown. Her hands are locked behind Blanchfield's bottom, and she's pulling her down. Blanchfield smartly going back to the cage to try to use that as her way up.
Kimura grip now maybe for Erin Blanchfield. 90 seconds down here in round number 2.
You can see how the cage is such an important tool for MMA fighters to train with the positioning they're doing right there. Oh, nice shot. Look at the way Cortez has her arm trapped around her back.
Knee to the body there by Cortez. Blanchfield trying to attack that neck. Cortez having none of it.
And this is where I think Blanchfield's earlier, she was learning lessons from gritty fights. This is where it will come in handy for her.
Now back in space, we saw Cortez get a vicious strike early, but it's Blanchfield coming forward. Cortez in on a takedown. Are you surprised that Cortez is going back to this takedown? I mean, this is what Erin Blanchfield thought she might do, bait her into those takedowns.
Well, if she did, I'm not surprised at all. I think you go to what you're good at, and she knows that she can land them. She's in the position to get them. And she's landed some hard strikes from these positions as well, TJ.
A much different round for Cortez here with the wrestling attack. In the first round, she was caught in that armbar for majority of the round.
And I wonder if that gave her some confidence that, a jiu-jitsu champion did not tap her.
Corner of Blanchfield imploring her to get off the fence. She circles away. Really gritty fight. This was similar to the fight that Erin Blanchfield had against Kay Hansen. Cortez trying to get her back off the fence. Maybe head and arm throw here for Blanchfield.
It looks like that's what she's going for, TJ, but she's also kind of looking for that leg hook too, I think. Cortez is finding balance points with the cage and against Blanchfield's body, pushing into it and dropping her elbow down just a little bit.
Janeza Morangen chiming in on Twitter. Always appreciate that. You can get at us at Invicta Fights, hashtag InvictaFC34.
You can see that the way Cortez's body is positioned, Erin's standing kind of tall. She needs to drop underneath that head. That's hard to do when you're the taller fighter.
Erin, underhook with your left arm, Erin. Now let's damage her. Get your leg behind her.
Cortez not giving Blanchfield any space here, now dropping down for the double leg.
You can see Blanchfield's attempting that cross face. That can be really hard with MMA gloves on, really kind of pushing to your nose, but she's down.
Takedown secured by Tracy Cortez. 45 seconds left to work. Blanchfield trying to attack an arm.
Cortez, it looks like she stuck her arm back in there, but I don't know if the lockup is actually happening there. Her elbow's slightly out, but she was very smart to yank that elbow outside of the thigh at first.
Cortez out the back to a hard knee to the body there by Tracy Cortez. Blanchfield back to her feet. Now has that Kimura grip. 10 seconds left in the round.
She's trying to use that right leg to push Cortez. Well, at first I pushed her away. Now she jumped guard. Oh my goodness. Really trying to extend that arm.
Precarious final moments for Tracy Cortez, but a round that she really dominated in a lot of ways. Bully tactics by Tracy Cortez shut down the ground offensive of Erin Blanchfield, and I think you're right, Julie. She was caught in that armbar in round number 1, but she didn't tap. She survived, grew a lot of confidence over the first 5 minutes, and really employed more of her style of fighting in round number 2.
Yeah, I think she realized that she can use the tiny mechanics of jerking little motions, getting her hands in the right position to get out of rough situations. And I mean, this bell rang and all of a sudden they were in each other's faces throwing high kicks. There was a nice little kick to the body and Blanchfield's coming right back. Cortez tries a flying knee and She's just really jumping in there. You can see Blanchfield trying for this single leg and getting punched a little bit by Cortez there. When they tied up, Cortez, what she does is she finds those little shots that are really nice, and sometimes she finds those big knees on the ground right there.
Always attacking is Tracy Cortez, and round 2, firmly her way. Round 1 saw that submission offense of Erin Blanchfield. You got to believe that this fight is even headed into round number 3. Final 5 minutes between these flyweights. Tracy Cortez immediately coming out. Nice left hand there.
That's me right there, Tracy.
And I think there's definitely going to be some urgency from Blanchfield to get some damage done in this round.
Launching a kick now is Cortez, really light on her feet here to start round number 3.
Grab those hands and fight your ass.
Combination by Cortez now into a takedown attempt. Blanchfield turning her into the cage.
Good. Turn. Put her back on the cage. Roll your thumbs, Tracy.
Cortez
Roll your thumbs. Tracy, turn her.
battling through this takedown attempt by Erin Blanchfield.
See Blanchfield's using her body, using her head, putting a lot of pressure trying to pin Cortez. And Cortez is trying to block that out with her right leg.
Yep, now spin. Spin. Put that right arm under her. There you go.
Nice trip there, TJ.
Now into half guard goes Erin Blanchfield.
And this is where she shines. She's very, very good in top position on the ground.
A lot of time to work, just under 4 minutes here in this final round.
Find the cage. Sit up.
Cortez is wrapped around the waist, trying to extract her head, trying to pull herself out. Blanchfield pushes her up to the cage there. That could give Cortez an escape, actually, but we'll see. See if she finds it.
She's not staying here. She wants the mount right here.
Very important position here in this final round for Erin Blanchfield. Karen Bryant watching tonight on Fight Pass. Appreciate KB tuning in. Also chiming in on Twitter, at TJ DeSantis, at JulesK_fighter, at Invicta Fights, hashtag InvictaFC34.
And you can see the temptation from Blanchfield to throw that left knee to the face because she's using so much. You know, her arms are tied up, tying up her opponent. And she's trying to free her right leg as well. Now it looks like Cortez is climbing around the back, or she's trying to climb around the back. She's got the leg hooked over.
And Cortez trying to induce that scramble to get back to her feet, get into a better position.
Erin, take the back step. Lock up the triangle. Lock your triangle, Erin.
So you can maybe think about going to knee bar. Now she's lost it. Cortez
Step right up, step out. Back up.
trying to get out of this position. A full mount almost.
That was smartly done there by Blanchfield, but Cortez is using the cage to push herself away. Blanchfield needs to kind of drag her away from there or look for that head and arm choke if she can get there.
Less than 2.5 minutes remaining in this final round. Erin Blanchfield on top of Tracy Cortez. This our reserve bout for the flyweight tournament.
Hands on the hips, mount escape, Tracy.
You got to move on the road. Control it now.
Go, come up.
On her side now is Cortez.
Sit up.
Unfortunately, I can't tell if that's she's got a bow and arrow tie up there or not right now, TJ. That's where the striking should happen. You can see that'll make Cortez drop her hand down a little bit and give Blanchfield more opportunity. She's got head and arm now, TJ.
See if she moves to the right side of Tracy Cortez here.
Cortez immediately grabbing, trying to frame with her arm.
Erin Blanchfield very close to maybe getting a finish here.
She is, if she can get the right angle though, she's really got to make sure she's spreading out and driving her shoulder as she's cutting, or into the neck as she's cutting off the air.
Cortez moved closer to the cage. Maybe she was trying to push off of it.
It would create more leverage, but she is pushing on the head too, so she might be getting in a little bit of trouble. Grabbing around the waist is actually creating more space for Cortez. Cortez is smart to do that. She can climb to the back.
That arm is almost free. I don't think the choke is on nearly what it was. Now it's completely gone. Both hooks in here for Blanchfield. Cortez going back to that mount position. Now again giving up her back.
Oh, nicely done.
Nicely done. 45 seconds left to work. Tracy Cortez has been down in this round. A fight that's been pretty even through 2 rounds. Let's see if Cortez can turn it up here in the final 30 seconds or so.
You can see Blanchfield's looking for an opportunity to get some more strikes in there, get another takedown, and Cortez is just throwing whatever she has left now.
Tracy Cortez trying to seize the opportunity, but Erin Blanchfield maybe shutting it down here, back in the clinch.
Look at the way Cortez grabbed around the back of the head and yanked at the jaw. That's a very nice way to turn your opponent. You have to attack their legs at the same time, though, to get a full turn.
What a fight. These flyweights put on a show over the course of 15 minutes. First round saw Tracy Cortez battle an armbar that she was locked in for literally minutes on end. Second round, Cortez came out, controlled Erin Blanchfield. Third round, we see Blanchfield get back into control, and Cortez able to get free with about 45 seconds left. But I think you got to lean towards Erin Blanchfield. She controlled more of the third round, but really the talent in this division, these young ladies, there's a lot to look forward to in the future at 125 pounds.
Yeah, there is, TJ. You know, the scrambles were amazing. Erin Blanchfield's mount, the way she retained it over and over and over again. And she was just able to kind of go from the head and arm choke, trying to go back to mount. And when Cortez just read that one hook out when she was going for the back, she was able to get back to her feet. That's some really great fighting, very intricate stuff of body awareness.
We'll see what the judges have to say as they tally their 10s and 9s. But, you know, sometimes judges can be persuaded to give a fighter who's in top position a round while Tracy Cortez was locked in an armbar. I don't know if you can be completely confident if you're Erin Blanchfield, because she was on bottom for a good chunk of that round.
She was, and I don't know. I don't know how these judges are going to score the submissions. It's always a mystery when it comes to judging. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Again, this fight a reserve bout for our flyweight tournament. We'll get to the semifinals after this. Also, our main event, flyweight title on the line. Vanessa Porto meets Pearl Gonzalez. Really exciting stuff here, pretty much exclusively in the flyweight division. All right, the judges have tallied their 10s and 9s. Who will it be? Joe Martinez has our official decision.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Here are the totals. Judge Graham has it 29-28 for Blanchfield. Judge DeVilbiss, 29-28 for Cortez. And Judge Champion has it 29-28. Your winner by split decision from Scottsdale, Arizona, Tracy Cortez.
1-0. He takes on Christopher Wingate, who's 1-1. Wingate, the elder fighter at 35 years old. It is Wellmaker that will have a 2-inch height advantage and a 6-inch reach advantage. To get our night officially underway, here is Christopher James.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Savannah Convention Center in beautiful Savannah, Georgia tonight. And we are also live streaming around the world on UFC Fight Pass. Savannah, make some noise! Well, let's get this party started right now with our first bout of the night. Brought to you by Tree05, quality guaranteed. This one is set for 3 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. And when the action starts, our referee will be Jason Collins. And now, let's meet our fighters. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'7" and weighing in at 136 pounds. Tonight, he comes to the cage with a record of 1 win and 3 defeats. Representing Gracie Fernandina and fighting tonight out of Yulee, Florida, please welcome Christopher Wingate. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'10" and weighing in at 136.6 pounds. Tonight, he comes to the cage with a perfect record of 2 wins and 0 defeats. Representing Fangler's Kempo Karate School and fighting tonight out of Augusta, Georgia. Please welcome Malcolm the Machine Wellmaker.
Bantamweight's just about set to go here. Our first fight of the evening in Savannah, Georgia. It is Christopher Wingate taking on Malcolm Wellmaker.
TJ DeSantis, Pearl Gonzalez, appreciate you joining us live on UFC Fight Pass for Icon FC5. Wingate in the blue, Wellmaker in the black with purple.
And now Wellmaker said that he was going to come out and take his time. He knows that his opponent is unorthodox and not your typical high-level striker. So he said, I have to figure out his timing. Typically when strikers are not as technical, they do have an off rhythm, and he's absolutely right. They tend to throw unorthodox things, and so he's going to feel him out at first here, TJ.
See Wingate throwing that jumping knee a moment ago. Wellmaker wise to it. Oh, beautiful kick there.
That was a laser sharp kick.
To the body, and we saw that a lot in the Langston Sykes fight for Wellmaker. Really opened up the head by attacking the body early. Wingate now tries to initiate the clinch, backs off.
That was a beautiful entry by Wingate there. He did a fantastic job of getting right underneath that too and getting inside.
Threw that kick and buckled a little bit.
Again, beautiful timing on his takedowns here. Let's see if he's able to finish and get some sort of sweep.
Got that overhook.
But Wellmaker is doing a fantastic job of keeping his hips heavy, staying very square, and very, very, very alert to the takedown attempts here.
Look how calm Wellmaker is, too. He's very comfortable in there.
Both of these young men, for just 2 pro fights, they look fantastic. Both are well composed and calm in here.
And it's great to see that from Wellmaker, who had that highlight reel performance, last time out. He's not here to force anything. He's going to wait for it to come.
No, that was a heavy leg kick. Beautiful jab, followed by a heavy lead leg kick. Another one. But as you see, Wingate's timing, he is very aware. I do believe he probably wants to get this to the ground, as you can see. And he's doing a fantastic job of timing these strikes.
Kick comes high, blocked by the arms, and Wingate falls to the floor for a brief moment. Back up, though.
And you did ask him yesterday what foot was broken. It was his right foot, so let's be on the lookout for that. But here he goes, jumping guard here. Oh!
Wellmaker not having any of it, not going to the ground unnecessarily. He stays up. That kick has landed multiple times, that lead leg of Wingate.
I wonder if he's utilizing that to set up his left hook.
That left hook, again, was the... death nail his last time out against Langston Sykes, and beautiful kick. They're starting to take a toll here on that lead leg of Wingate.
Already, but he's been caught by probably 3 nasty kicks, 2 of them to the lower leg. There's only so many that you can take. Beautiful spinning back fist to the body.
Wingate able to close the distance now, trying to slow this fight down a little bit, get it inside.
Look at the leg. Look at his leg from the leg kicks that he's taken. Nasty damage already on that lead leg. Oh, and another one.
It's interesting. It's, on the hamstring even.
That was that first big kick followed by that beautiful jab, but that's the 4th low leg kick there.
And feinting for that takedown is Wingate. If he wants to take this fight to the floor, he's going to have to do it sooner rather than later, because he's losing all that power in that lead leg, the ability to put weight on it.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I think that he's doing a fantastic job of using his poker face here. He does not look phased. Doesn't look like he's coming out of his shell.
Shots to the body, big right hand. And trouble is Wingate.
Oh, man, that was a nasty head kick. Nasty head kick, and here he is already in mount. Rear naked, and it's in completely.
There's the tap. It is done. Malcolm Wellmaker by submission.
What a bright young prospect we have here in Malcolm Wellmaker.
Another fantastic.
Exactly, a highlight reel knockout followed by a fantastic submission here that was set up by another nasty head strike.
And Jorge Masvidal might be this young man's biggest fan. It's a replay all over again.
And he said tell him I love Masvidal too. He is such a big fan of Masvidal. This young man is so talented. He has such a bright future in this sport here. I am so excited for him, and he just showcased exactly why he is just that.
And again, incredibly patient. Pearl, walk us through some of this action. We see the submission. It was a knockout last time. This time, Wellmaker gets it done with a submission.
He finished with a submission, but it was the striking that set this up. He started by attacking that lead leg, which was absolutely fantastic. Set up a laser-sharp head kick, which landed, got him in mount, immediately transitioned to the back, got the choke in, and did not finish until the ref pulled him off. Fantastic job.
Amazing stuff turned in by Malcolm Wellmaker. He gets the win via submission in his second Icon FC performance. Let's make this one official. Here is Christopher James.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Jason Collins steps in and calls a halt to this bout at 4 minutes and 17 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by submission due to a rear naked choke and still undefeated, Malcolm the Machine Wellmaker.
Well, there you have it. Malcolm Wellmaker having an iconic moment in Jorge Masvidal's Icon FC. We're going to have a double shot here of Masvidal's Icon FC as we shift gears a little bit. Your featured prelim of the night at Madison Square Garden at UFC 322 features Bo Nickel coming off the first loss of his career. We'll see how he will rally and rebound, but let's go back in time and watch Bo Nickel pick up his first mixed martial arts win of his career. It's a marathon for UFC 322.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is brought to you by LaMelos. This is in the Icon middleweight division, the 185-pound division. As I introduce our first fighter coming to us by way of the blue corner, he is 36 years of age. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall with an official fight weight of 183.2 pounds, making his professional MMA debut. He comes to us by way of Mountain Cougar Falcon Bird Academy of Lower Alabama. Give it up for John Connor, John Nolan. And his opponent this evening coming to us by way of the red corner. He is 26 years of age, stands 6 feet 1 inches tall with an official fight weight of 185 pounds. Also making his MMA debut, he comes to us by way of American Top Team out of State College, PA. Give it up for Bo Nickel. And with our third man in the ring, Mike King, Noland versus Nickel. Let's have a great fight.
The stage is set. The time is now. Bo Nickel has arrived inside the Icon FC cage. He takes his talents to the pro level when he takes on John Noland. TJ DeSantis, Pearl Gonzalez, live in Richmond, Virginia tonight. Appreciate you joining us here on UFC Fight Pass. Nickel, the southpaw.
Beautiful. 1s and 2s already.
Misses on that kick, but right back to his feet is Nickel. We should mention Nickel has had 2 amateur mixed martial arts fights, one by KO and submission.
Beautiful body kick.
And the wrestler looking like a striker here early.
He's got clean strikes for being such a dominant wrestler, and you can see the amount of work.
Oh my goodness! Bo Nickel's got power, ladies and gentlemen!
My God!
The wrestler just scored the first knockout of his pro mixed martial arts career.
Wow, TJ!
Happy Valley's got to be ecstatic with that. My goodness, the former Nittany Lion is on the board 1-0 as a pro, and it comes by way of knockouts. Are you kidding me?
How many seconds did it take?
I don't know. Not many. Not many.
Wow. The striking, he looked like a striker. A long-time striker. So technical, so clean, so powerful. Threw a kick, didn't work out. He did not deteriorate from the plan. He stuck to it. He looked fantastic.
John Nolan credited his durability and heart, but it was not enough to stand in front of Bo Nickel. He knew he was going to end up on the floor. I don't know if he thought it was going to be that way, though. What an uppercut, what a left hand, a right cross right on the button. Nolan goes night-night, and Bo Nichols 1-0 as a pro.
He's not even surprised. He knew that this is what was coming. And this is what he said to us. He said, I want to make sure there is no question that I am the greatest fighter of all time, that I am the pound-for-pound best in the world. And he's showcasing that.
He's got a long way to go before he can approach that pound-for-pound list, but so far, so good. When you want to go showcase your talents in front of a worldwide audience in your pro debut, that's how you want to do it. You don't dream it up much better than that. Bo Nichols, the wrestler, the 3-time NCAA National Wrestling Champion, is a knockout king, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, to make it official, we go to Giovanni Franciosa.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if we have both of our fighters in the center of the ring, we do have a winner at 33 seconds of the first round by way of knockout, Bo Nichols.
5'10", 5'8", the weight about the same, 2-inch reach advantage, even though Todd's 68 and 70 here, and even though Todd's the older guy, Brady very experienced with 9 fights as well. Let's meet these two, Dr. David Sarnoff.
Tonight is the night we make history, and tonight is here. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the main event of the evening. This main event is scheduled for 4 5-minute rounds with a sudden death round if necessary for the CFFC Welterweight Championship of the World. This bout has been sponsored by Hard Rock, Atlantic City, and RDX Sports, building combat and fitness gear engineered to bring out the fight in you. Now, standing to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 171 pounds, fighting for Team Spartan from ECF MMA Gym out of Queens, New York, Tajadeen, the Black Spartan Abdul Hakim. Now, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting for Henzo Gracie Philly out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the current CFFC welterweight champion of the world, Sean Brady.
One good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times, respect each other at all times, touch gloves and come out swinging.
I love the mutual respect.
Referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Liam Kerrigan.
Brady Hakim set to fight for the welterweight championship of CFFC here in Atlantic City. Here it goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed for this fight. You know, the co-main, the 185-pound middleweight title fight was everything I hoped it would be. I mean, it was just two guys going to war, you know, and we gotta finish. I expect nothing less from this.
Brady in black and red, Abdul Hakim in the red trunks. Brady with a kick. Crowd just waiting for something to help them erupt here. Brady, the champion, looking to stay perfect, 9-0. A lot of eyes on Sean Brady tonight. Let's see how he handles it.
Now, I asked Taj how he was feeling coming into Brady's backyard, and he said, this is my backyard too.
Queens, New York, short drive away.
Taj told me the most people he's ever had come to see him fight here tonight. I just think they're outnumbered by the people Brady brought.
It's a great crowd here at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Brady coming forward.
Yeah, Brady just walking him down.
Brady waiting for that moment. Abdul Hakim backpedaling. Brady fires a right hand, comes up short. Abdul Hakim able to block off a kick, but one of them landed a little earlier.
Well, I mean, that leg kick that he threw before that high kick landed.
Brady set up a couple shots, and then he throws that kick down low. Sean been a little bit more active, and he hits with a right. And now,
very disciplined though, doesn't chase it. Scores, maybe does some damage, but he doesn't chase it. You know, he would drive me crazy, you know, coming around. You know, UFC's going to be in Philly in about 6 weeks.
Left hand puts Abdul down.
I feel like that's all anybody talks about, you know, but I asked Sean about it, and he'd be like, no, you know, whatever. You know what he told me? He said he's going to be there no matter what. He's either going to be fighting on the card or he's going to be there supporting his teammates, local fighters, just watching the fights because he loves this.
You mentioned Paul Felder, one of his training partners.
Shout out to the Irish Dragon fighting James Vick tomorrow, UFC Phoenix.
An alum.
Hi, Paulie Walnuts. Me and Paul currently developing a YouTube show called Paul and Phil Eat Fruit. Look for that in the near future.
Brady stepping over.
Now in Taj's half guard. And for a guy like Brady, this is a position you want to be in because he can close the door with his hips, and he can just be heavy, and he can do things like that and land shots.
Brady's crowd trying to get him a little extra energy here. Here is Taj Abdul Hakim working from his back.
You do things like that, you can elbow. And when you're in somebody's half guard, you're not really worried about getting caught in a submission. There's sweeps there. Guy in the bottom needs to try to stand up, but Brady's doing a good job. You see right there, he elevates his hips and he floats over. He's got Taj's left arm trapped.
Brady connects with a right and a left.
See, I like what he did there. It looked like he was pinning the arm down to maybe go for a submission, but he scores a couple punches and he lets go of it. And again, the same is on his feet. When he scores a punch, he's not rushing into things and he's not hunting it. He's not chasing.
That connected right at the bell. And Taj Abdul Hakim. It's a late shot there as Sean Brady right to the corner. The crowd erupting. A little Rocky theme here.
Oh, is that what this song is from?
You might have heard of it.
Never seen a Rocky movie in my entire life.
Is that true?
Yes.
I'm appalled by this comment.
I'm a Star Wars kid.
Very calm, very deliberate for Sean Brady, who has won unanimous decisions his last 2 fights, and you can see why he is a very patient fighter.
Yes, very patient. You know, and I love it. Other people might criticize it. You know, there's the people who like the knockouts and the flash submissions and all that stuff's great, but you know, when you're a caliber fighter of Sean Brady, you know, I think to me, the end game is to win.
For the welterweight championship, 170 pounds, this is one of the most difficult weight classes. So many talented people, fighters.
Yeah, I mean, it's a toss-up. It's hard to say what's more stacked. 155, 170. I don't know. There's talented fighters up and down the weight classes, up and down the cards.
Very methodical Sean Brady starting round number 2. Taj Abdul Hakim. Now, if you're Taj, you come in thinking, I need a knockout to win this fight. Is it tough to get the judges to take the belt off of you?
Yeah, I think when you're fighting the champion, you got to beat the champion. You know, I think a lot of times if you got, I think to me maybe the biggest example would be Gustafson, Bones Jones the first time.
First time, right?
You know, I mean, that was such a razor thin fight and such a close decision. You know, a lot of people thought Gus won, but you know, as the challenger, you need to put the guy away. Taj doing very well in that exchange right there.
Brady's crowd trying to get him into this. Patient man, this Sean Brady. Backpedaling, Taj Abdul Hakim, who earned this championship fight with a win over Marco Smallman at CFFC 71 just 2 months ago.
You know, moving forward, changing levels. You know, Abdul Hakim on, you know, he's on his heels. He's moving backwards. Hard to fight going backwards.
A little uppercut from Abdul Hakim. Brady trying to size him up, patiently waiting for his opportunity. Left hand.
See what he's trying to do? He's boxing him in. He's trying to get him against that cage, and then he will throw hooks in the direction that Taj is trying to get off the cage in. It's I mean, it's classic. It works.
Gotta watch Taj too. Deceptive power. 2 wins by knockout in his 2 fights before Smallman.
Yeah, Sean Brady just hit a heavy leg kick on the lead leg of Taj.
2.5 minutes left in this second round. Champion Brady, challenger Abdul Hakim.
You know, a lot of feints and a lot of fakes. Well, Taj throwing caution to the wind there and trying a spinning back fist.
Taking a shot.
I mean, yeah, something like that connects.
Right hand backs him up. Well, he backed Abdul Hakim. The cage caught him. But now Brady, another spinning attempt by Abdul Hakim, that back fist.
And you see it here, they're right here in front of us. Taj is scoring with some good knees. Yep, and so is Brady.
Brady answers with the knee, backing him up to the cage.
Here we go. Double unders for Brady, dragging him to the mat. Taj's defense on point.
And gets him to the ground. Great move by Brady.
Yep, just used his outside leg to drag him down. Brady looks like to maybe be locking up a guillotine. Nope, he lost it. Taj fighting from underneath, getting pounded on with some elbows right now. Brady on top, just pouring it on.
Some strikes.
Those are clean shots.
50 seconds.
Right on the ear. And you see right now, Brady trying to lock up that Kimura.
His corner's calling for it. And a couple of shots to the gut area. Just firing away, clean. Picking the air out of Taj Abdul Hakim. Brady's crowd sensing that something big could happen here. 30 seconds.
Trying to break Hakim's grip here so he can rip that arm. He wants to get that hand, his right hand, behind his back.
And it seems that Taj has had enough of these gut punches, but he cannot defend himself as Brady has him in a precarious situation. 10 seconds left in the round.
He pulled his own arm out and swung it, and he swam it up, so he was no longer in a Kimura position.
But Taj Abdul Hakim is going to get out of the round.
Yeah, that was smart move there.
Sean Brady, impressive at the end of round number 2. As Taj Abdul Hakim, take a look at what happened to him here.
You see Sean there, blitzing forward with a combination, backing Abdul Hakim straight back into the cage. Oh, wow, that connected a lot better than I thought. Thank you for the replay. That spinning back fist actually connected, but it put Brady in a position where he was able to get Abdul Hakim down to the mat, lay down some ground and pound.
Brady looks like he got done taking a walk to the park.
Hey, there you go. Yo, you got that just like you are, bro.
As he is set to start this third
Hey,
round,
watch the overhead.
Taj Abdul Hakim looking for an upset victory here at CFFC 72.
Third round action.
Third out of 4, plus the sudden death if necessary for the welterweight championship. Sean Brady, the champion. Taj Abdul Hakim, your challenger. Here on UFC Fight Pass. Been a great night of fights here at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City.
Yeah, Brady's just one of these guys that you look at and you can't really tell that he's already fought 2 rounds. And that's just time in the gym, you know.
There's a guy, Sean Brady, started at 15, does this full time, and that's a big difference for some of the fighters here at CFFC. He's able to do this each and every day full time.
Yes, absolutely. You know, he told me to give a shout out to his girl, Kristen, girlfriend of 5 years. She's a big supporter, and she's a big reason why he can do this full time.
And a left hand connects, it backs up Taj Abdul Hakim, but he comes firing off the cage forward, and then he quickly backpedals a couple of steps. Brady's crowd behind him. Good head movement from Brady, and a combination right hand.
And the referee almost got in the way there.
Brady tries with a combination. Boy, he looks fresh. 2 gloves, tap. Ooh, Brady swings with a wild right. If that would have connected, could have been lights out for Taj. Taj swings a left. Brady with the combination attempt, and that one might have caught his eye. As you see, Sean's girlfriend, Kristen, cheering him on. Kick to the right.
She looks bloodthirsty.
The moms and girlfriends have been ruthless tonight.
Yeah, you know, the thing about fighting on your heels backwards like Taj is doing, it's more tiring. You know, you would think the forward pressure would be the harder thing to do, but it's a hard thing to do to try to wait and be backing up and to try to counter-strike. Brady's throwing some nice combinations. You got on the inside, and you got double underhooks again. Take a drink.
Yeah, Brady has a little cut right over the middle of his forehead area.
Yeah, I think they were working on that in between rounds there. And we're back into the same position. You know, Brady's trying to drag him down to the mat, and he succeeds, but Taj winds up in half guard.
2 minutes left in this third round.
It looks like he might be trying to hunt for a head and arm choke there, but the cage is preventing it.
Couple big body shots by Brady.
Body, head. Classic.
And a lot of body shots now.
Oh, he's throwing elbows to the body.
Taj with some blood.
That's not fun. He's again hunting for that Kimura on the far side. The side that you can't see what he's doing. I trust that he's locking up that Kimura. Yeah, he's straightening out his arm.
Body blows. As Brady working the body now, he goes upstairs.
You see wisely, he's not trying to release his right leg. He's content to stand here and just beat the man up. Oh, look at this. He's hunting for this cross wrist here.
And there's a couple shots to the face, to the head, to the face.
This cross wrist is an awful spot to be in, but it looks like Taj got out of it.
And he has him in his corner. His
He's not out of the woods yet. You know, Brady's still got his hands clasped and he's got his back.
Brady lifts him and brings him back out. 35 seconds. Boy, Brady with a flurry.
Yeah, he's got one hook in. He's got two hooks in. Look at this. He flattens him out.
Right, left, right, left, right, left.
The referee's got to be telling him here, you got to move. You got to improve your position.
"15 seconds, Brady. Can he finish this one here in round number 3?
And it's going to be hard to do. It's hard to finish this choke in about 7 seconds.
And a couple of flurries to the ribs, to the face.
Taj is
Sean Brady, impressive in round number 3.
Yep, Taj is getting beat up.
And you got to ask the question, is that a 10-8 round there, the way Brady just absolutely dominated late, at least the last minute and a half?
I don't know how they're going to score that, but it was definitely for Brady. See Daniel Gracie there. Belling Sean, he's doing a good job.
Leading up to CFFC 72, our official technology partner, D2 Computers, visited Sean Brady to test some of the latest in wearable sensor technology. During their visit to Sean's training camp, they found out some interesting statistics. Not only does he throw his right hand more than any other punch, it's his most powerful weapon as well. He favors the straight right as opposed to an overhand, throwing straight right hands 10 times more than an overhand right. Tonight, we've added the sensors to both fighters' gloves for this main event. Be sure to follow at CFFC MMA on social media to see the stats for both fighters after the fight, brought to you by D2 Computers.
Well, that's fascinating. All right, championship rounds. Round 4 of 5.
Could be the 4th and final round. We shall find out.
Again, constant head movement, constant footwork, constant level changes, so you never really know where Brady's coming from. A lot of feints and fakes. I feel like he really isn't going to throw anything that he's not committed to unless he knows it's going to land.
Is there an opening that you think Taj can take here? Have you seen something that he has not done that there's an opening for?
Well, you know, he tried that spinning back fist. The first time missed. The second time, I think, connected a little bit better than I thought it did when I was watching it live, when I saw the replay. You know, and he's moving backwards like that, so I do think maybe if he tried more spinning attacks, you might gain Brady's respect a little bit more, at least.
Just impressed with how patient Brady is, especially with this crowd trying to lift him up, and he will not allow it to break character almost, as he just keeps walking forward towards Taj Abdul Hakim. The winner of this walks away with the welterweight title. Brady looking for that opening, moving his head, keeping that great head movement. Spinning heel kick.
That's, in my opinion, what he needs to do.
A combination attempt there by Taj Abdul Hakim. He has that deceptive power. He can catch you. And that's a big kick. Almost feel like that thing vibrating up your leg, just causing it stiff for a couple of seconds.
A couple of seconds, you ain't gonna be able to walk the next day.
You'll feel it tomorrow, let's say. 2:45, 4th round. A left hand, and then a big kick.
That's just classic striking. You know, you start with the hands and you finish with that low kick.
It looks like you can see some wear on that right thigh area, or the left thigh area, I should say, of Taj.
Hey. Again, heavy low kick, while Taj was mid punch, so he had all his weight on that lead leg.
Yeah, and you can tell he is kind of favoring that leg. Sean Brady has put some damage to that leg, and a right staggers Taj, who gets out of it.
Yeah, Taj is super athletic. He's really good at getting out of these situations.
Under 2 minutes in this fourth.
That lead leg, I think he's starting to limp a little bit. Flat-footed.
Brady trying to bring Taj Abdul Hakim to the ground.
Wow, that was slick. Swept his foot with his opposite leg.
And a bunch of rights and lefts in front of us. Pounding, ground and pound, stepping in.
Taj is so athletic, he just rolls out of the way.
And it's over. Sean Brady is your champion. He retains with a stoppage and improves to 10-0. Impressive victory by Sean Brady over Taj Abdul Hakim here at CFFC 72.
You know, if you're going to criticize an undefeated fighter, undefeated amateur, undefeated professional, the only criticism you can possibly lay on him is the one that some people lay on Sean Brady, is that he doesn't finish people. He just finished an extremely tough fighter in Taj Abdul Hakim.
The knockout improves Sean Brady to 10-0. His last two fights, you mentioned, unanimous decision. This time, it doesn't go to the cards. And Sean Brady with a TKO, a stoppage.
Yeah, the referee had seen enough. Good sportsmanship there by the corners, by the fighters. I'd love to see that.
Did you like the stoppage?
I got to see it again, honestly.
Well, let's take a look.
Off the top of my head, no, I didn't like the stoppage. I think it was headed that way regardless. But the referee's got a better vantage point, and he might have seen something that I didn't. You see right here, this is where he starts laying it in, but Taj knows, oh, I got to get out of dodge. So he rolls. He's got his feet on the hips. He's trying to get out of dodge. Is he intelligently defending himself? Yeah, I don't know. You know, if I'm going to be an unbiased commentator, I don't know about that stoppage, but
I would have to agree. I don't know that I was uncomfortable watching that right there.
Taj was,
although he didn't argue, Taj.
Maybe he didn't. Yeah. Let's go find out. Let's go ask some questions.
Pump to the ring. Dr. Dave will tell us that Sean Brady is your welterweight
Ladies
champion.
and gentlemen, this bout was stopped at 3 minutes and 30 seconds in the fourth round. Winner by referee stoppage, TKO, due to punching. Winner out of the red corner, and still the CFFC welterweight champion of the world, Sean Brady!
Oh my gosh, Sean Brady, you don't have a nickname, which is fine. I'll just call you Sean. I'll call you champion. How about that? Your last two fights go to decision. And if there's a criticism that can be levied upon an undefeated fighter, is that you don't finish people. But what you did here today is you finished a very, very tough fighter. Tell me about that fight.
Oh man, Taj is tough as shit, but anyone who thinks I can't finish fights, get the fuck in here with me and I'll finish you.
I know the question you get a lot is, when do you debut in the UFC? And I know it's not up to you, it's not up to me, it's not up to these people. If it was, you'd be there. It's up to one guy. I want you to look down the barrel of this camera right here and tell Dana White why in 6 weeks you need to be on that Philadelphia card.
Dana White, put me on that Philadelphia card. I'll have over 1,000 people there, I promise. I won't disappoint.
And if you fight somebody in Philadelphia on UFC, what are you going to do to him?
Exactly what I just did to him. Same thing, but worse.
Atlantic City, New Jersey, your welterweight champion, CFFC, Sean Brady.
I just want to thank all my sponsors. As you can see on my banner, RK Chevy, Liquid Death. I got so many of them, it's hard. D2 Computers, thank you to everybody who supports me. I can't do it without you guys. My mom, my dad, my team, my girlfriend. 300 people here from Philly. I love you guys. Let's get to the UFC.
Down inside the octagon, let us get to the tail of the tape for this one. Between Beneil Dariush, who is 29, and Drew Dober, who is 30 years old. Dariush, born in Iran, is 2 inches taller than Drew Dober. Both fighters making 156 pounds. Beneil Dariush with a 2-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the introductions, here is Joe Martinez.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Next bout tonight, 3 rounds. This in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially 156 pounds. This veteran holds a record of 20 victories, 8 defeats, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, by way of Omaha, Nebraska. Here is Drew Dober. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist, 75 feet 10 inches tall. He too weighed in officially 156 pounds and holds a professional record of 15 victories, 4 defeats, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Yorba Linda, California. Here is Beneil Dariush. And your referee in charge of the action is Rob Hines.
Rob Hines, our referee for this one at lightweight between Beneil Dariush and Drew Dober. My colleague Brennan Fitzgerald said of Dober before his last UFC fight, he wears his UFC roster spot like a badge of honor, and it's perfectly put. His fighting style absolutely reflects that sentiment. Drew Dober out of southpaw stance is in black. Beneil Dariush is in blue. Dariush goes high with the kick. Dober able to get the guard up. Left hand got through for Dariush. Good sign that Dariush is able to land that jab here early.
Yeah, just trying to stay calm. Like you said, control, that's how he likes to fight. He doesn't want to make it a brawl. He wants to be the technician in this fight. Nice leg kick there from Dariush.
Oh, looked like the front kick got through. Left hook from Dober. Dober rips the body now. 30th pro fight for Drew Dober. Said he had some fantastic rounds with contender Justin Gaethje during this training camp. That'll
Good man to be training with.
Yeah.
You got to think this is where Dariush wants this. Landed some good strikes, got into the exchange, immediately in the clinch. He can work his jiu-jitsu, look for his wrestling, try to get a takedown here. Now, you want to get Drew Dober working. Right. You want him in the clinch. You want him wrestling with you. Fill up those muscles. Get him a little tired so he's not as explosive on his feet.
Dober comes in having won 3 straight, 5 of 6. Was back and forth between lightweight and welterweight, but he is committed to this lightweight division and believes a win tonight will set him up for a name in the bottom half of that top 15. The Rafael Cordero trained Beneil Dariush staying light on his feet. Nice head movement there.
He got rocked. Trying to collect himself. Gets the clinch. That's a smart move from Dariush because he was wobbled there. You see the power of Drew Dober. Yeah, if I'm Drew Dober in his corner, I'm telling him, get out of there. Start landing some shots. Keep him up against the fence here. Pressure him. But don't make it a clinch fight right now. Strong leg kick.
Big deep breath from Beneil Dariush. Dober, the former 2-time amateur Muay Thai world champion, raises the guard as Dariush throws the kick.
Oh, clean left hand.
Oh, and a right! Dariush's chin holding up pretty well tonight.
Man, I'll say so. He took some big shots right there and just stood right in front of Dober. He felt him, but he never went down. Now he's back in the clinch. He's got to turn Dober up against this fence and start doing some work.
Less than 2 minutes here to go in round 1. Dariush says he's training lighter these days. He was walking around at about 168 pounds for his UFC debut, then 185 pounds for his next one. Now he's back into that sort of welterweight range, makes for an easier cut and feels like he's just getting better repetitions in training too.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's awesome that I do the same thing, but unfortunately,
but you don't.
Don't.
Under 90 seconds to go here, round one. Dober back to the center of the octagon.
I think Dariush is feeling some of those punches that he ate. Got clipped with another right hook.
Not surprised to see a Drew Dober smile while competing. Some guys just absolutely love fight night as Dariush lands to the lead leg.
Both guys.
Dober's one of them.
Both guys landed to the legs. Dariush has landed a few nice ones, but every time Dober comes right back.
Southpaw versus southpaw.
Yeah, and that's unique for these guys. A lot of times they can't work that outside leg. It's got to be inside leg kicks or body kicks because they're usually fighting in orthodox fighting.
Head strikes. Slight advantage for Dober. Dariush has one underhook here. Dober attacks the body. You hear the Dober corner calling for that right elbow. That clinch work about as tiring as it gets in MMA.
Good body shot.
Flying knee attempt from Dober. So a strong start for the underdog, Drew Dober.
Bota atrás na nuca dele, por favor. We have to move our head because you know why? If you can see, you can back. So calm your head. Why does
your shots are landing? But let's throw 2 or 3 and move. Right? You're trying to knock them out. The knockout will come. Right? 2 or 3 hit them, move. Make sense? Tell me what you're going to do. 2 or 3 punches and move. 2 or 3 punches and move. That's all we have to do. And then keep doing that. Okay. Land that 5 times. Right? Don't stand there for 7.
Drew,
okay?
He's open for that left hand. He's open for that right hook. Yep. His hand is way down here, but he's baiting you in. Feint him, get the legs in, and then come in fast. All you gotta do is touch him fast.
Yes?
Stay out of that center line, Drew. You're doing beautiful.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights here. Drew Dober landed some big punches. There's a left hand, had Dariush all kinds of staggered. Lands a beautiful right hook and a left hand over the top. That was a good 4-piece combo. And that big left hook square to the ribs of Dariush. Definitely had him hurt. He took it, but it didn't feel nice.
All right, round 2 coming up. Knockdown for Dober. Dariush has the hands clasped behind Dober. We'll see if he can get him down.
Yeah, this is where he wants to be, trying to step behind that leg. Got over-unders here. He's got to try to do what we call a pit stop back home in Philly. It's what we call is break that clinch, come up, pop, pop, land a couple shots, and drop back in for your shot. Because right now he's D'ing it up. He knows you're shooting on the legs. You need to separate, land something big, get him worried about the strikes, and then come back underneath for your takedown. But it looks like he gets in anyway. Beautiful job there from Dariush. And he's got to get pressure up high right now. Get the weight on top of Dober. He's trying to lace the legs right now and get wrist control. This is a big advantage right now for Dariush. He wants to keep this here, especially after round 1, getting rocked quite a few times.
So about a minute into round 2, Dariush with a dominant position has Drew Dober up against the fence here. We'll see if he can impose his will.
Good ground and pound too from Dariush. He's staying busy. Nice left hand there landed. And now he's got that top pressure I'm talking about. Now he's got his hand around the head. He can pressure in. He's got a, does he have a far side underhook there on the left side of Drew Dober. He wants to keep that pressure, that shoulder into his face, wear on him. Try to get that mount. He's got to slide his right knee through.
All right, let us listen in to Oscar Martinez and Elliot Marshall in the corner of Drew Dober.
Nothing's happening. He's just resting, ref.
They're saying that he's just resting, but really the only problem is there is That leg was laced up. Dariush's leg was laced up by Dober. He couldn't get through. Now you see how he's trying to pinch down there. He's going to try to slide that right leg through and either go over to side control or pass right through here to mount. You see that shoulder pressure? That's so key for him right now. Now he can slide through, get right to mount. That's a beautiful move there from Beneil Dariush. This is a dominant position. The tables could turn here on the mat with Dariush. He's a sick black belt. And we've seen him on the ground control guys and dominate down here.
And this has been a big focus as well for Beneil Dariush, certainly going into his last couple fights. He mentioned it going into the Alexander Hernandez fight, to make the ground strikes count, to make the ground and pound count. Looks like Dober has gotten upright here, but Dariush just
takes the, forces him to make a move so that he either takes it back or stays on top. Half guard, but that's good for Beneil. He doesn't mind sitting here in half guard because he can keep this shoulder pressure and keep doing this. Windshield wiper over and just try to peel his legs through. There he is, knee on belly, goes right to mount.
Beneil Dariush achieved his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt in 5 years. Over 50 Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. He was on the podium in all of them.
Well, he's no joke down here. This is his world. He's got very good stand-up as well, but you're fighting a guy like Drew Dober. He's explosive. He's a great kickboxer. He's got to be thinking, this is my world. Takes his back, both hooks in. He might be a little high, but he's going to attack this arm. He's trying to hold on. He might switch to an arm bar here. Or a leg lock. He slides off.
And Dober able to sniff that out. Dariush transitions to the armbar. Dober with an opportunity to get back to his feet. Now trying to control Dariush.
Good switch attempt there. Gets it. He's got to watch the guillotine. But we have seen Dariush in some tight guillotines. When he fought Thiago Moises, he fought out of quite a few of them. Now this is interesting, John. Obviously we saw round one, that was domination on the feet for Drew Dober. Round two, he gets it to the ground. It's been all Beneil Dariush locking up this Kimura here. He's got 48 seconds. He's sliding off a little bit. Let's see what he does to transition here.
Those the significant strikes landed just in this second round. Most of those Dariush lands happening on the floor.
Could be looking for a triangle. Armbar. Now Dober looks like he's going to peel out of this. Now that is not comfortable, but I think he's going to get out.
Oh! Drew Dober submits Beneil Dariush by submission.
Wow.
Wow.
It looked like it wasn't a full straight arm. It looked like he had the angle, but that angle is what put all the pressure on the elbow.
And that was a pretty violent tap from Drew Dober.
Yeah, that must have been hurting for a while, and he was trying to fight through it.
So the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Beneil Dariush, had a lot of pressure coming into this one tonight.
That's
and
a big
he is
win,
able to get it done. Once it's official, it'll be his 7th career win by submission. And Dariush said to us repeatedly, he's not here to take part. If he's not going to make a run to contention, he's not necessarily going to stick around. This is a guy who's been in the top 10 before and might just get back.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is a step in that right direction. But let's take a look at this beautiful submission. He had like a reverse triangle. He had a triangle locked up here, but that wasn't what was affecting me. He's going for this arm bar, and it looked like Dober's arm was coming out. That's not a great. There we go. There's the angle. It's he's using it to torque that elbow to the side. Man, that's a nice squeeze and a grip there from Dariush to get that finish.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in comes officially 4 minutes, 41 seconds. Round number 2, submission by armbar for your winner, Beneil Dariush.
Ready to go with our Fox UFC Fight Night main event. Here's the Budweiser tale of the tape. Valentina Shevchenko will be 29 in March. Juliana Pena is 27. Pena 1 inch taller, 134.5 for Shevchenko, 135 on the nose for Pena, who will have a reach advantage of 2.5 inches. And now for the official introductions. One last time, here's Bruce Bowen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Colorado State Boxing Commission, Director Joseph Mason. Our 3 judges scoring this contest on Octagon side are Sally Amato, Jeff Mullen, and Mark Van Tine. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, live
live from the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record, 9 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Spokane, Washington, presenting the Ultimate Fighter Season 18 winner and the #2 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Juliana, the Venezuelan Vixen, Pena. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record, 13 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 134.5 pounds. Fighting out of Lima, Peru, by way of Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, presenting the #1 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Valentina Bullet Shevchenko.
Come on up, Juliana. Juliana, come here. All right, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. I'm gonna keep this clean. Touch gloves and let's do it.
The stakes could not be much higher. #1, Valentina Shevchenko. #2, Juliana Pena. In all likelihood, fighting for the right to face the UFC Bantamweight champion, Amanda the Lioness Nunes. And we are underway. Tonight's Fight Clock is sponsored by America's Navy. Around the world, around the clock. Learn more at Navy.com. The Southpaw Shevchenko is in black. Orthodox fighter Juliana Pena in white with yellow.
Shevchenko is a brilliant counter striker. Pena immediately looks to duck under a level change, but now in the clinch. This first clinch is massive for this fight. Who wins here in this position will most likely win the fight. If Pena can get the takedowns, end up on top where Shevchenko can escape. Now, we've seen Shevchenko also take people down from here, but does she really want to be on top of Pena with a good knack for scrambling and getting back on top or taking people's backs?
Both of these fighters have taken down all of their UFC opponents. Takedown defense for Shevchenko, 70%. She has thwarted 7 of 10 shots on her in the UFC.
Nice knees to the body from Pena. She's being patient here. She's not trying to force a takedown. Soft with some knees. Very smart approach from Pena.
And it didn't take Pena long to close the distance and get this fight to the clinch.
And very smart. You don't want to stand a distance with a striker of this caliber. Pena has certainly worked hard on her striking. She's improving, and she certainly throws with power. Oh, beautiful timing by Shevchenko. Waited on the knee, swept the opposite foot, and now full side control. People consider Shevchenko just a striker. If you look back at all the fights in the UFC, she has been very good in the clinch.
How about the strength? Trying to hold Pena down. Juliana back to her feet. Just over 3 minutes to go here in round 1. You talk so much about the striking credentials for Shevchenko, 17-time World Muay Thai K1 champion. She can do a little bit of everything. One underhook here for Pena, bro.
And that a huge win for Pena. She gets taken down, but to get up that easy shows you the type of skills she has on the mat.
The fighters exchange knees here in the clinch.
Now you see Pena changing up which knee she knees with. She doesn't want to get timed with that takedown again.
And those knees are landing consistently here for Pena early.
Shevchenko came out here 2 weeks early. Pena rented a place for about a month to train here. So we'll see if altitude becomes a factor in the later rounds. Oh, and she hits it with it again. Beautiful timing, surprised. Pena allowed that to happen.
So Valentina Shevchenko 2 for 2 out of the chute with her takedown attempts. We'll see what she can do with this one now. Side control, trying to control the head of Juliana Pena.
Pena failed to adjust there. Let's see if Shevchenko adjusts her control from side control so that Pena doesn't get up so easy this time. She's going to bring the right arm over so she can elbow. Pena immediately creating space, but she eats some heavy hammer fists from Valentina.
Shevchenko has been mixing the martial art disciplines really for 15 years. International Master of Sport in Muay Thai, Master of Sport in boxing.
So far, Shevchenko being smart. Short shots, not posturing up too much. Doesn't want to give a whole lot of space to Pena to really open up that guard and start to attack offensively. And Pena in a really tough position. She's got to frame with her forearms and create some space here. Gonna have to open up the guard, get the feet on the hips, or even try to extend and get butterfly hooks.
Hard to remember Juliana Pena losing a minute, never mind a round in her UFC career.
We saw her in some trouble against Kat Zingano in round 1. Yeah, round 1 was a tough round. She got thrown, beat up a little bit, but she's come back from adversity before. And it goes back to that belief in herself. When people truly believe they're the best, they don't let losing a round or getting rocked shake them.
Pena draws high marks for her work ethic and her cardio, but it does figure to be tested tonight, potentially over 5 rounds at altitude against the fighter in Shevchenko, who has been the championship distance before. 30 seconds now to go round 1. Shevchenko inside the closed guard of Pena.
I believe Shevchenko's patience here has been very intelligent. Now armbar attempt here from Pena. Shevchenko's got to scoot her right elbow past the hips of Pena, since she can't extend this. Shevchenko being smart, she's being heavy, but Pena's going to try and belly down to finish. Going to run out of time.
Final seconds here, round 1. Shevchenko will survive.
You'll catch her. Give me a towel. Okay, blow your nose. Deep breath. Deep breath, deep breath. Good job. Deep breath. Calm down.
I want you to breathe, Julie. I want you to breathe. Just listen and breathe.
Huh?
Roll my shoulders.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Me or him?
Massage them open. Just breathe, Julie.
Deep breath.
I want deep breath.
Now remember, I know. You had the sweep there. Good job. You'll get her.
All right, let's take another look at that sweep, that takedown that Shevchenko executed twice. Watch, Juliana Pena, she goes for the knee. Shevchenko's waiting on it. She's going to wrap up that leg, and then from there, she's going to go ahead and kick out and sweep this bottom leg for a very easy takedown that doesn't cost a whole lot of energy, and that got her a lot of top position time in round 1.
After round 1, Juliana Pena told her corner that she hurt her right shoulder. She urgently told them to massage her shoulders open. So that bears watching for Pena moving forward. Early round 2 here, Pena is in yellow and white. Shevchenko in the all black.
Nice job by Pena there. She dipped down for the takedown. Wasn't an excellent attempt, but came right back up and landed a right hook.
Shevchenko so strong in that lower half. To this
Pena
point,
trying to force it here. Said that in the open. People underestimate Valentina Shevchenko's capabilities in the clinch. She's strong there. She's technical. She's better than people realize. Her training camps are very disciplined. It is just about her. There's no other fighters that are training there. All the coaching is for Shevchenko, specifically for her opponents.
Later tonight, a complete recap of all the action in Denver on the post-fight show. It's tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern over on FS2, or watch it live on Fox Sports Go. 4 minutes here to go round 2. Back to the clinch here, where much of this fight has been contested. One underhook now for Pena. Continues to go back to the knees, to the body.
Well, and what we haven't seen yet is Shevchenko's kickboxing skills in space. Pena's not allowing for it. She's choosing now to try and execute some strikes here, but she's got to be careful. She's limited. She can't throw those knees to the body, or else she's going to get swept again. She's limited with elbows now and uppercuts.
Herb Dean watching the action closely. Pena staying busy enough. Nice knee there.
And because she had a very high underhook with her left arm, she was able to land that and not be afraid of that same sweep. Nice adjustment there from Pena. Shevchenko's got to dig that left underhook high. She's got to get her back off the fence.
Shevchenko just keeps such a good base. Despite having a body lock, Pena unable to get her down. That knee, though, lands flush.
A good timing. Caught her as she was marching backwards towards the fence. Now going to drop down, look for a double leg. Tough. Her head is lower than her hips, which is a bad sign. She's going to try and muscle it. She gets it. But Shevchenko, effective use of that right whizzer, gets right back to her feet.
Under 3 minutes to go here, round two, and this is certainly a recipe to at least partially neutralize the distance striking and the Muay Thai game of Valentina Shevchenko.
Absolutely. And what Pena's doing is she's keeping Shevchenko's back on the fence, which historically judges will award the round to the other fighter. You are considered in a position of disadvantage if your back is on the fence like this.
Few bantamweights in the world as physically strong as Pena and Shevchenko. Once again, Pena, high amplitude takedown.
She gets it. She's used a lot of energy this round. We'll see if it costs her, but now she's on top. We saw her ground game and the skills almost executing an armbar right at the end of round one.
And Pena's chief corner seemed very dismissive of the altitude talk. I think he knows what type of fighter he has and what she can do with her output at altitude or otherwise. You see the takedowns thus far, Shevchenko 2 of 3. Pena 1 for 6, but remaining committed.
Now, Pena's the type of fighter who's so intense, so game that she will push through exhaustion. Toughness not a factor for her. She tries to land another elbow. Shevchenko climbing her guard higher, helping her control the posture. Maybe we'll see her try to rotate those hips, look for an armbar or a triangle attempt here. Any type of submission attempt will maybe create some space so she can get back up to her feet.
Dana White Looking for a Fight is back. New episode available now free on YouTube. Don't miss it as Dana, Matt, Sarah, and Dean Thomas head to the great state of Maine. It's Dana White Looking for a Fight, Season 2's first episode, available now on YouTube. Less than a minute now to go round two. Strong second round for Juliana Pena. Trying to create some distance here to strike. Shevchenko preventing that.
Shevchenko's done a good job defensively. Has not really attempted to get up at all. Looks like she is conceding the round to Pena as she attempts an armbar here. She's got enough time to finish it. This is tight. Pena's going to try and walk her feet over the other side.
Oh, she got Valentina Shevchenko by submission. An underrated submission game. Shevchenko getting it done tonight. And in all likelihood will be next for the champion, Amanda Nunes. Valentina Shevchenko shines on Fox again. And you are speechless.
Speechless. Nobody picked Shevchenko to win the fight that way. She continues to surprise everybody. Fantastic performance.
The move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS. Switch to Metro PCS and get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period.
You go in there with preconceived thoughts on your opponent. You get caught sleeping. Armbar attempt here. Pena used to be flexible here and walking her feet around the head to escape. Can't get out because of excellent wrist control from Shevchenko. Rotates the hips. Knows she's not going to be able to extend her here. So then she goes belly down, gets her stomach down where you get a lot more leverage. But because she's controlling the wrist, Pena can't rotate out. And look at that tension. Huge statement win for Valentina Shevchenko, who knew a win here would get her another shot at the champion. That is gorgeous technique from someone who's supposed to be just a great kickboxer.
And how about the reaction from the current champion, Amanda Nunes? In all likelihood, she will be sharing that octagon with Valentina Shevchenko, cold-blooded in victory tonight.
Well, there you have it. Valentina Shevchenko getting her first stoppage in the UFC. She does it over Juliana Pena. Both women would go on to become UFC champions. And Valentina Shevchenko, the reigning queen at 125 pounds. She welcomes Zhang Wei Li to the division Saturday night, part of your co-main event. All right, let's get to the welterweight headliner, Islam Makhachev. A lot of people know about his dominance. I like to go back in time and see if there were flashes of what he was going to be later on down the line. So let's go back to Islam's first ever UFC fight. He takes on Leo Kuntz. You're watching the marathon for UFC 322, presented by DraftKings Sports.
Octagon debuts. Leo Kuntz and Islam Makhachev come from very different backgrounds, but at the core, they are just fighters looking to make a statement. Unbeaten since 2009, North Dakota's Leo Kuntz has made his mark on the mixed martial arts scene with a versatile attack that has resulted in 9 wins by knockout and 3 by submission. Fresh off a first-round submission win over veteran Ted Worthington, Kuntz makes his first trip to the octagon tonight to face Dagestan native Islam Makhachev. A master of sports in Sambo, the 23-year-old Makhachev is no stranger to mixed martial arts, having trained with lightweight contender Khabib Nurmagomedov, while building an impressive 11-0 record that he will put on the line tonight. Leo, the Lion Kuntz, takes on Islam Makhachev. Ultra impressive record for Leo Kuntz, set to make his long-awaited UFC debut. 17-1-1, unbeaten, Joe, in his last 15 fights. And he comes in with a 5-fight win streak and wants to make a statement quickly here in his UFC debut.
Leo the Lion Kuntz. And UFC debut, Mike, I mean, we can't stress this enough. It is a very stressful, we can't stress that, it's very stressful. It's probably one of the most difficult moments of a young fighter's career, the very first fight. And then, of course, fighting for the title is the next level of it, or fighting the first world-class fighter. But this is the culmination of a dream. I mean, he's training an American top team, so you know he's getting world-class sparring. He's training with fighters that are on a regular basis are getting involved in UFC bouts and high-level competition in MMA. But this is a big moment for this young man.
Trains in Coconut Creek, Florida with American top team. Was defeated in his 4th professional fight and is 14-0-1 since then. Professional fighter since 2008.
What an interesting philosophy he's got. He starts every day with meditation, prayer, and yoga, and it helps me to cultivate an attitude of gratefulness. Very interesting attitude for a professional cage fighter.
Could hang in the rain with Diego Sanchez.
Leo Kuntz. Another one of these great fighters from Dagestan, Russia, trained by Khabib Nurmagomedov's father, Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, look out for this guy.
Yep.
Because AKA has brought in a bunch of these killers, these world combat sambo champions like this man, Islam Makhachev. This guy is a killer, highly skilled. And this is going to be very interesting to see how his skills manifest inside the octagon, because this man is highly regarded.
Makhachev 11-0 as a professional, much like the other fighters that we've talked about. I think Khabib Nurmagomedov being the most prominent right now. Combat Sambo world and European champion, 4-time Russian champion. Go way back with Combat Sambo, and you got a guy like Andrei Arlovsky, who has that background, former UFC heavyweight champion.
Oleg Taktarov.
Yes, absolutely.
The Combat Sambo uniquely lends itself to MMA, especially in the competitive arena, because it's essentially just like MMA. They wear headgear, they wear a judo jacket, but they utilize leg kicks, punches, they use MMA gloves, and the grappling, it is at a very high level. So these men, much like we've seen with Khabib Nurmagomedov, very highly skilled in takedowns and control, excellent submissions, and very, very tough.
Our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. Makhachev, 23 years old. His opponent, Leo Kuntz, 31. He will have about a 4-inch reach advantage. For the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 17 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Leo the Lion Coons. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a combat sambo fighter, holding an undefeated professional record, 11 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Makhachkala, Russia, Islam Makhachev. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog, our referee, for this battle of newcomers. Speaking of newcomers, we welcome Luciana.
First round,
unbeaten 11-0, 17-1-1. Here we go. Blue trunks for Makhachev, black trunks for Kuntz. Southpaw stance for the Russian.
Big overhand left by Makhachev to start things off.
Makhachev just 23 years old.
And Kuntz caught him with a right hand there as he was throwing that left kick. Both guys have a lot of success under their belt.
Kuntz born in North Dakota. Last few years, been down a lot with American Top Team, improving his skill set.
Makhachev has heavy hands, Mike.
Yes.
You can see it in those few brief exchanges. And this is exactly where he wants his fight to take place. He wants to get that clinch, beautiful knee to the body by Makhachev. And Kuntz trying to utilize that forearm, frame him off, push him away, defend against the takedown attempts.
And they break. As I mentioned during the walk-in, coached by Khabib Nurmagomedov's father. Disappointing that Nurmagomedov hurt again. We're going to wait a little while before he comes back, but he is outstanding. He's the leader of this new crew, if you will, of Russian fighters that are going to compete with that combat sambo background in the octagon.
Yeah, I just hope he gets healthy. It's just so
me
frustrating for fans of his because they're looking forward to seeing this young man fight for the title someday, and he was supposed to be fighting Donald Cerrone tonight. Highly anticipated fight. Ah, glorious.
Right into side control. Now he takes the back. Seamless transition.
Beautiful takedown, and he is all over Leo here. Leo's trying to defend. Leo doesn't want to get flattened out here.
Trying to lock it in.
Well, he doesn't have anything under the chin. What he's trying to do is get himself into a position to flatten out Leo, but Leo's doing a good job of keeping his forearms down but his hips up high, and what he would like to do is either sneak out the back door or figure out a way to roll and wind up in half guard here.
Trying to shake
He's
him
out
off.
the back door.
Oh, and
Nicely
comes out
done.
swinging.
Good defense by Kuntz. That was a scary situation to be in.
He stayed very, very patient. Uppercut.
He's keeping his head on the center line, Mike, and he's got to be careful that as he's trying to avoid the takedowns, he's aware of the punches. Because Makhachev can bang, too.
Watch for the lead uppercut from Makhachev.
I mean, we've seen time and time again when fighters are concentrating on defending the takedown, that's when oftentimes they get caught with big punches. Mirko Krokop, Kevin Random is a perfect example of that.
Makhachev just feeling out the distance, trying to get Kuntz thinking a little bit again here.
Well, he's got Kuntz worried about everything, worried about the striking. Here's a nice right hook. Oh, beautiful
nice
elbow.
Followed
and a punch
up, too.
behind it. Very nice. Good inside leg kick by Leo.
And Kuntz tried to follow it up.
Makhachev able to get out of harm's way. Just over a minute now on the clock here in round number 1. Good head movement.
Kuntz trying to go up high with that kick.
Both Kuntz and Makhachev making their UFC debuts.
Good uppercuts
and again,
by Makhachev.
And he utilizes control in the clinch too. And then gets his arm around the back of the neck and then delivers the uppercuts.
Yeah, anytime Leo's tying up with him, he risks this.
Yes.
Excellent control by Makhachev. And he's on top inside control.
Two takedowns for Islam here in round number 1. And a huge advantage in total strikes.
Stop there.
Отлично, Ислам, отлично.
Nice, how do you feel? Feel good?
Отлично, Ислам.
Okay.
Отлично, отлично. Да,
Okay, listen.
отлично.
No straight, no straight. Punch, angle, wrestle. Punch hard, stay relaxed. Nice and
Молодец, Ислам, молодец.
You feeling good? You're looking good. You're looking
Два
good.
раза повел,
Okay?
отлично. Ты должен все видеть, все должен. Понял или? Видеть должен, двигаться должен, хорошо двигаться.
What are you gonna do? Relax. Go strike hard. Kick hard.
You're faster than him.
Man, beautiful job. He's tiring, dude. He didn't get what he wanted. That's what we want.
And here is a beautiful demonstration of the sambo techniques of Makhachev. Outstanding throw from the clinch. If Leo ties up with him, he risks that every time.
Kuntz's corner talking, Joe, saying that you have the speed advantage. Let's see if he tries to do that. And of course, we heard the corner of Makhachev talk about utilizing movement.
Good punches by Makhachev. And again, a lot of this is because Leo's head stays on the center line. Constantly worried about the threat of the takedown and the clinch. He's not being very elusive with his head.
Another left, and there's that uppercut.
And in the clinch, he's getting tagged with those uppercuts because he's worried about the takedown as well. It's just one of the many ways that grappling opens up opportunities for striking in MMA. A poke.
Yeah, little accidental poke, right eye of Makhachev. Fight continues.
Good little short check hook by Makhachev.
Tried to disguise that kick.
Yeah, tried the question mark kick, blocked by Leo. Leo's corner was also happy that he was able to defend. They said he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do in that round. He defended well. There's a nice, that's that short check hook.
He walked right into it. CB Holloway likes to throw that punch.
Yes, he does. He throws it very well.
Yep.
Oh, he might have hurt him there,
I think he did. He kind of went down awkwardly, didn't he?
And look at this. Right to full back control. Just effortlessly takes the back.
Both hooks in this time.
Couple hard shots by Makhachev.
Kuntz is in a world of trouble right here. A lot of time on the clock here in round 2.
And Kuntz is looking for an opportunity where he can spin around and wind up on top. There
it is, Joe. Great call.
But Makhachev clearly aware of it, follows him, and as he's following him, he's trying to slip the forearm underneath the neck.
Looking for the body triangle now.
Yeah, he recognizes that Kuntz is trying to spin, so he opts for better control, but less versatility when it comes to attacking. If he wants to attack with an armbar or something else now, he has to let go of that triangle, whereas when he goes with traditional 2 hooks, more opportunities for attacks are open but less control. Now see, we see here, he's got the body triangle, and he's on top, which is much, it's underneath the chin.
Trying to lock it down right here. Looking to finish this fight.
It's over. It's over. Leo's out.
It is all over.
Beautiful job by Makhachev.
Great UFC debut for the Russian. Islam Makhachev.
And it was all about his grappling, Mike. I mean, his grappling opened up opportunities for striking, and when he got that back position, he capitalized on it very well. Locked up that body triangle, controlled him, and when the opening presented itself, locked in that rear naked choke. Now let's take a look at this again. I believe he was hurt there in that exchange, and you pointed that out as well. And here we see Makhachev has him down, locks up that body triangle, and sinks that forearm deep under the chin. And Leo's in all sorts of trouble here and forced to tap. Beautiful job of utilizing that combat sambo, and an excellent debut for Islam Makhachev.
Another very dangerous fighter from Dagestan. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 38 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Islam Makhachev.
Second career win by rear naked choke. Here's Joe.
I'm here with the winner, Islam Makhachev. First of all, congratulations on a successful UFC debut. What is it about all these combat sambo champions from Dagestan that are coming here and fighting so well, you being the latest one of them?
Спасибо большое. Я еще один представитель боевого самбо здесь. И я показываю, насколько сильна школа боевого самбо. Именно школа Абдулманапа. Хочу еще поблагодарить. Здесь много людей за меня болеют. Всем спасибо, кто приехал меня поддержать. Всем родным, близким дома, всем спасибо, кто меня поддерживал.
He say thank you everybody who support you. He say he another level combat sambo style. And he say thank you AKA, thank you his coach Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. Thank you everybody.
Let's take a look at the beautiful finish here. You got him down, secured the back mount, and got this rear naked choke. How happy are you to get this victory here in the octagon tonight?
Это основной прием в боевом самбо. Любой начинающий знает этот прием. Вот он меня вырастил, научил всему этому. За это большое спасибо.
He say this is combat sambo style choke, and these guys teach me his whole life, and these guys give me this technique.
Well, I can't wait to see you utilize those techniques again inside the octagon. Congratulations on a successful debut. Islam Makhachev, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there he was, Islam Makhachev, getting a win in his UFC debut. Were you able to see any glimpses that would indicate he would go on to become a dominant king at 155 pounds? Will he become a dominant champ at 170? Time will tell as we march ever closer to UFC 322 Saturday night in MSG. And it reminds me, let's take a look at our odds courtesy of our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook. Well, the champ, Jack Della Maddalena, he is the underdog come Saturday night, plus 230 for the defending champ. Makhachev, the challenger, you don't get to say that every day, is the favorite at minus 285. Valentina Shevchenko, she defends her championship at 125 pounds. She's the favorite over Zhang Wei Li, minus 135. 135, the line for Sean Brady, who is a favorite over Michael Morales, who is at plus 114. Leon Rocky Edwards, he's at plus 140 as he returns to take on the Brazilian Carlo Prates, who is at minus 166. And we kick off the main card with Beneil Dariush taking on Benoit Saint Denis. Saint Denis, the favorite, at minus 185. Right now, over at DraftKings Sportsbook, which is the official sports betting partner of the UFC, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if their bet wins. Download the app now and use code FIGHTPASS when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Hey, everybody, TJ DeSantis wrapping up this marathon. Appreciate you joining us and putting in the long haul. If you missed it, where have you been? I played a lot of great fights. Just go back and watch them. You can do that. Slide the little thing over right now. But if you want more action, we got a very jam-packed Sunday here on UFC Fight Pass. I like to call it a sub-day Sunday. Jiu-Jitsu at its finest. You got Submission Hunter Pro 100 going down. And then also the Eddie Bravo Invitational returns. Down in Monterrey, Mexico is where we will be. I'm on the call with BMAC, Brandon McCatherine. And the Eddie Bravo Invitational, not your typical jiu-jitsu event. We like to spice it up with palm strikes. It's fun. It's got, everything you want in jiu-jitsu plus strikes. Guys get TKO'd all the time. So tune in, EBI, in Sub Hunter Pro 100 this Sunday right here on UFC Fight Pass. All right, one thing left to do here before we get out of this marathon. We got to watch the champ at 170 before he defends his crown Saturday. We're going to take a look at Jack Della Maddalena before he was this complete finished product, before he got to the UFC, before he was Jack Della Maddalena, you could say. But also, I'm not being figurative. He was really not Jack Della Maddalena. Well, he was. He just went by Jack Della. Let's see if we can see some high points in his performance here as we close down the marathon. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to our friends once again over at DraftKings Sportsbook. And I'll see you Sunday at EBI. You're watching the marathon on UFC Fight Pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one you've been waiting for, and the wait is over. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? HBF Stadium, are you ready? This is your Eternal MMA 53 main event of the evening, and it is for the Eternal MMA Welterweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome Alden Bates.
Here we go. Here's the main event at Eternal 53. This is the one we have been waiting for. We are welcoming in the #1 contender for the Eternal Welterweight Championship. Alden Bates makes his way to the cage, and again, this is massive, Mitch.
Oh, without a doubt. This #1 contender, hailing from Telford, England, making Australia his home. Like they said, he's beaten the champion before just 4 years ago, and he's training out of Wolves Den under the legendary Steve Walton. That man has been with Alden since the Mac 1 days, now moving over to Wolves Den. Steve Walton with his own BJJ brown belt, black belt in Taekwondo, Krav Maga experience, Muay Thai, wrestling, everything to get this man ready. But Alden Bates is just... he's so ready for this moment. He's 34. He's in the best shape of his life.
We saw him at the weigh-in. He looked in immaculate condition. And again, do you think that victory, even though it was a while ago in 2016, will give him that confidence heading into this fight tonight?
Oh, without a doubt. You don't beat another grown man and get another man to jump in and stop it and it not affect you. Without a doubt. I don't care what Scrap MMA says. It is in Jack's mind. Without a doubt. But in saying that, Alden Bates, it was 4 years ago. Jack was 20. So if he
and his first fight.
If he thinks it's going to be the same fighter, then it's going to be a quick night for Alden, and he's going to be on the wrong side of what happens. But he's not, because he's smart. He's been around the fight game. He's 6-2. He's fought so many fights in Eternal. He's fought way back to Eternal MMA 15. One of the greatest fights I've ever seen in my life, Eternal MMA 23 against Nick Wood.
Yes.
Shout
Great
fight.
out Base MMA in Bunbury, where he broke Nick's jaw. And then, mate, 23 days later, Alden jumps in the cage against someone and then gets his first professional loss because he gets knocked out.
Short notice.
Probably still concussed. And then you move on to his second loss. Once again, you're not making excuses, but that Glenn Pettigrew fight, it could have gone either way if those point deductions weren't taken, because Alden is an emotional fighter. Speaking of that, Alden's training partner, Glenn Pettigrew, who has moved over to Wolves Den to get him ready. He was fought Jack 2 times and Alden once.
And his last fight as well.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Please make some noise for Jack Della.
Here comes the champion, considered to be one of Australia's most promising MMA prospects. And he's ready for this fight. Again, he wants revenge, if you can call it that, Mitch. But
without a doubt. You talk to him, he'll play it down, but he's never been more motivated for this fight. He is looking to get his 5th title defense in just 10 fights.
And that breaks a record, doesn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. It's held by Mitch Martin, his training partner, the bantamweight champ. He's looking to defend his welterweight championship for a 5th time and take care of a loss that probably sticks with him a little bit. Like, he knows he's a different fighter. He knows he's got leaps and bounds, and he was fighting in a ring back then in his first ever fight. Of course, he's not the same fighter, but he's slowly getting to the point where he's beaten everyone you can beat. He's about to defend his title for a tied record time.
And he's on an 8-fight win streak, and he lost the first 2 fights of his professional career, and he's gone on a tear ever since. And obviously one of those was to Alden Bates, so he wants one back.
Yeah, and he's finished all of those fights. Every single one of them. He's beaten Glenn Pettigrew twice.
He was very impressive in that last title defence that we called, Mitch. So
he's even taken off across the pond to Cage Warriors 88. He took on James Duckett, finished him with a Kimura. So it's not just Australians. You can't just say that he's only big in Australia or he's only big in Eternal MMA. He went over to Cage Warriors, which is huge, and put a finish there. This guy is ready for the next level. If he does win this fight, I don't really know what else is out there, but
but he's got to get past Alden Bates first.
If he wins the fight, is what we're talking about, and we're about to find out. This is a huge test.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday, the 10th of October, 2020, and whether you're part of this live crowd here at the HBF Stadium in Perth, Western Australia, or if you're watching live and exclusive on UFC Fight Pass, there's no doubt about it, this is the place to be. This is your Eternal 53 main event, and it is for the Eternal Welterweight Championship. 5 by 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Steve Walton from the Wolves Den MMA Gym. With an official weight of 77.6 kilograms, he has a record of 8 fights for 6 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jamaican warrior, Alden Bates. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by Ben Vickers from Scrappy MMA. With an official weight of 77.3 kilograms, he has a record of 10 fights for 8 wins. He is the current, the reigning, the defending Eternal MMA welterweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack Della.
And Matt Wynn has the privilege of being the referee for this main event of Eternal MMA 53. It's unbelievable night, and this is the one we've been looking forward to. This main event's proudly brought to you by Surge Fitness.
Just telling you there, they're going for no glove touch. Jack's asked Alden Bates for no glove touch to start this fight.
Here we go. Brett Bonetti here at Cage Show with Mitch Tinley. Very proud to be here and hope you're enjoying our coverage on UFC Fight Pass.
Both men super tentative to start with. Alden Bates is looking to put the pressure. He was the first one to the centre of the cage.
Straight on.
He said to me, Jack Della, he thinks starts slow in the first rounds.
We've seen it before, so there's a bit of truth to that.
Even when he dominates in the first round, he just gets caught with something he wouldn't want to get caught with, and you can't do that with Alden Bates.
Nice left there by Jack Della.
Alden Bates trying to catch that leg and throw the overhand right back at him. Beautiful leg kick there.
Nice.
He's just got some heavy strikes.
Nice return leg kick there by Della. Nice leg kick, but blocked there by Della.
Jack Della can't just keep eating those. Alden Bates throwing out the jab, trying to test that range. One of Alden Bates' favourite punches is that jab, find the range and the overhand. Oh, beautiful front kick by Alden, caught by Jack Della. Oh, he's gone for the front shin kick. Alden Bates really opening up his strikes. Sometimes he does get into a bit too hand heavy in his fights, but it looks like he's working in the kicks well.
Oh, nice.
He's out! He's out! Jack Della just put Alden Bates to sleep. And that's guaranteed a spot in the UFC. That is insane. Jack Della with the greatest performance of his career.
That is what you call revenge.
My good God, Jack Della has not just put Alden to sleep, but all of his haters.
That is the way to answer any questions. Incredible.
Jack Della. No slow start there.
He was out before he hit the ground.
That was incredible. That is by far Jack's best performance.
I can't wait to see the replay.
And look at the great sportsmanship by Jack Della.
Yeah. Alden came in meaning serious business. He was in great shape and he was very confident he was going to win. But wow, what a punch.
They
both had some good moments early in that fight, but that was the one that connected us.
Jack Della. My good God.
Oh.
I tell you what.
He knows where he's heading next.
Not only is he avenged that loss, but there's no better way to do it.
No.
He is so impressive.
Wow. Incredible. That's the only way you can describe that. It was just perfect connection to the chin, and Alden was out.
And look, mate, look. You can't guarantee a spot in the UFC, but if you listen to this crowd, I mean,
they're calling for it. He's done enough, though, hasn't he?
Look, I don't know what's left for Jack. I don't know who's stepping up. Who wants to take that challenge? Look what he just did to Alden Bates. Alden Bates is one of the scariest guys in all of MMA, and he just put him to sleep.
In the first round.
Honestly,
against a guy that thought was supposed to start slow.
Honestly, I'm not just hyping this up. I don't know who is going to step up and wanting to fight Jack Della.
Very happy Ben Vickers there. Promoter of Eternal MMA. I mean, what a card he's put on, but he'd be absolutely thrilled at Ben, obviously at Jack Della.
Alden Bates, of course. He's out. He's getting back to his feet by Glenn Pettigrew.
Well done, Alden. He's asking what happened, but he'll find out after he watches the replay. He just got caught by a superior fighter on the night. It's the only way you can put it. The guy is on a 9-fight win streak now. He's won his last 9. He's defended his belt 5 times now. So, again, you hear the crowd chanting UFC. We're on UFC Fight Pass. Fight fans around the world. UFC matchmakers will be watching, but he loves Eternal MMA, that's for sure. It's where he built his brand, where he built his record, and super impressive. Dr. Dan in the cage right now with Alden, just making sure he's all right. Again, fighter safety is paramount, and he's getting up now, so we're just glad he's all right. Listen to that crowd here at HBS Stadium here in Perth, Australia. Well done. He acknowledges it. Probably needs to sit down again, though. Get him a stool. Now he wants to stand to accept the decision. Wow. Great fighter, Alden Bates. So for Jack Della to put on a performance like that is just making a statement. You see Yasmin in the ring, one of our Eternal MMA gurus, ready to present the belt. Here we go. I'm going to send it up to the cage to CJ Rose to make this announcement official.
Just got to remember which round ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make it official. This was bout 4 of the main card here at Eternal MMA 53. This bout ended with 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the first round. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout, and still Eternal Welterweight Champion, the red corner, Jack Della!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Jack Della. Mate, that was easily the best performance of your career. How does it feel to avenge that loss in that way?
Feels perfect. Damn good.
Now, Jack, you've got so many supporters out here that have been following your career the whole time. What's it feel like to once again put on an incredible show?
Yeah, I love this crowd so much. I love Perth so much. All you guys always make me feel so special, so thank you.
Now, how does it feel to tie for the most title defenses in Eternal MMA history?
Oh, I didn't even know that, but it feels good. Damn good.
Jack, what's next for you? Do you see any contenders coming up that you think could be a challenge?
What's next is what's next, you know. But it's criminal giving me the local people. I need to fight some international people. Give me some of the best in the world. I'm ready to go, so let's see how good I am.
Talk us through what it's like to have the support of your wonderful partner.
Damn good.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your team, to the people watching around the world that have just been introduced to Jack Della?
In the best team in the world, Scrappy MMA. I love you guys so much. Pop in if you want one of these shirts. We've only got a couple left, but if the demand's there, we'll print some more. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and Eternal MMA welterweight champion, Jack Della.
Well, a man of many words is Jack Della, but he's obviously very happy with that performance. And you saw that little sneaky message. He wants the best international fighters, and you know where they are. But again, I think that he's run through a lot of the talent here in Australia at the moment. And again, it was just a magnificent performance. So to do it that way, avenge a loss, and he's again, he lost to Alden Bates in his first professional fight. And here we have a look at the replay. This is what I've been looking forward to. And we're coming up to the replay. Here we go. So we've got the overhead vision now, but we're looking forward to this punch. And Mitch, you've joined me at the perfect time because we've got the replay happening. We're about to see the knockout.
Yeah, without a doubt. Look, this would have been Alden's downfall. Oh, beautiful.
That's the one.
Chris Paul. He was out stiff.
Oh,
Jack
see it
called
up overhead.
Bang. That is a beautiful shot. That is the highlight of Jack Della's career.
Right hand just connected.
When it comes
flush.
to knockouts, look at that. That is so
It's great
impressive.
that Jack didn't follow up as well because he knew he was out, just walked away.
Mate, everyone in this stadium knew that he was out. And Jack Della called it. He called Alden sloppy, and he said he'd catch him in an exchange. And if Alden was going to lose, it was going to be like that. That chin is unnecessarily high sometimes when he does get into a bit of a brawl. And Jack Della there just telling everybody to quieten down, go to sleep, and all the haters shut up.
Again, the fight didn't last too long. It was a first round KO. Very, very impressive. And I can't wait to see what's next for Jack Della. But the world's at his feet now, isn't it?
Look, mate, there are plenty of contenders and guys out there, and please hit me up, send me angry messages, because I just don't know who is next for Jack Della.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at the replay again from overhead, and you can see this right hand coming, and I can't stop looking at it.
Look, Alden stayed relatively sharp too. That's what makes this shot so good. Look how he slips. Look at that slip. Rolls the shoulders, rolls it right back, and lands it.
Great job by Matt Wynn just to step in when he did. It was just the perfect timing for everything.
Look, he slips his first shot. Boom, rocks it.
Oh, perfect in the pocket.
He catches that punch about halfway through.
Yeah.
I'm in awe of what Jack Della did. He knew it was out.